Blessings, 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 everybody out there in the universe. My name is Sean Myrie, and I'm your host of the Down to Earth Podcast. It's the Down to Earth Podcast News. What you saying, people? Bless up. Remember to subscribe to all our channels in the link, the bio, everything Down to Earth, YouTube channels, Spotify, all podcast platforms. Check us out. Yep, we got a lot of news talking today about Rap Cap, Toronto's list. Just a little update. Got the numbers corrected. It's interesting. So it's an interesting subject. Seeing, because they say they perfect, or they're professionals in the list making. They do all the research and everything, with the algorithms. So Julie Black, bless up, a legend in the game. I expect to be one of the top ones. Is about 6,000. And the ladies, I noticed the numbers are low compared to the gentlemen. But Julie Black is 6,891,000, right? 2, Paris Richards, 5,467. Tara Lord, 4,167. Havaya Almighty, 3,386. Duchess, that new girl on the scene, 3,244. Number 6, I'm only going to 10. Leela Day, 1,116. Right? 7, Tia Banks, 1,346. 8, Leah, right? 1,315. 9, Keisha Fresh, 1,017. And 10, DVBIM. Never really heard of her, but it's 982. Now, these are going by the numbers of Rap Cap. And you wouldn't believe some of the other artists who have less listeners. These are listeners, the Toronto listeners for these artists. But I put the top 10, and I repeat: Julie Black, number 1, Paris Richards, number 2, Tara Lord, number 3, 4, Havia Almighty, 5, Duchess, 6, Leela Day, 7, Tia Banks, 7, Leah, 9, Keisha Fresh, 10, DVBIM. Now, everybody has their opinions and their picks, but I've seen certain people left out of that lineup. But like they say, opinions is your opinions. They're going by numbers, they're going by facts. But a lot of the people you think should make this list on the top 10 or whatever, they're not on it. Now, we're going to go to the men, the gentlemen, right? They have way more numbers than the ladies. This will show you there's no balance going on. This is the Toronto numbers by Rap Cap, Toronto. Houdini is number 1. Number 2, Burna Bands, right? Number 3, Northside Benji. Number 4, 88 Glam. Number 5, 3M French. Number 6, Pengs. Number 7, YG. Number 8, Doovie. Number 9, Roni. Number 10, Casper TNG. So, I'm putting the top 10. They base everything on the numbers. They say this is real. I'm going to tell you the numbers. Houdini, 78,466. Burna Bands, big, 78,163. Northside Benji, 66,510. Yep. Number 4, 88 Glam, 46,610. 5, 3M French, 43,610. Pengs, 41,836. YG, 40,267. Doovie, 36,551. Roni, 36,523. And 10, Casper TNG, 35,403. That's the numbers. What do you think, people? They got the numbers. I put the top 10. I'm not going past the top 10. Who's hot? You could see there's a big difference from the females or the ladies and the gentlemen, right? The numbers are real low for even the top lady is Julie Black, a vet in the game. She has 6,000, right? 891. She's the highest streaming Toronto female artist. Bless up. She's the highest streaming female artist, Julie Black, 6,891. Remember that. Paris Richards, she's rising. She's a newer artist, so she's number 2. And Tara Lords is number 3, right? Javi Almighty was higher before, but now she's number 5. She might drop because all these new ladies are just rising with their talent. Bless up GTA rappers. Yeah, I just mentioned earlier Toronto Rap Cap's list, and they go by the facts. That's what they say. They go by the real facts. So the ladies, if you want me to repeat it one more time: Julie Black number 1, Paris Richards number 2, Tara Lords number 3, Javi Almighty number 4, Duchess number 5, 6, Leela Day, 7, Tia Banks, 8, Leah, 9, Keisha Fresh, and 10, DVBIM. So some of the artists you haven't heard, what you haven't heard is because their numbers, like I'm going to show you people who you heard of, right? And you think that they should be higher. Mishi Me, right? She's like, I think she's like number 16. She only has 391 listeners in Toronto. That's what they say. But she's on the radio, so I don't think she cares about that. And Lola Buns, great female or lady MC, just an MC, great artist. 120 listeners in Toronto, Rap Cap. That's their numbers. Melanie Durant, another legend, 146 listeners. She probably don't care either because she's on the radio and they ain't doing the radio numbers. And Goldie London, 244. So that's the numbers. I would like to know the numbers on the radio, if it's the same thing. We shall see. I'm going to send this out to the universe. Let me see something. What's going on? Got some special guests, surprise guests that might come through. People who actually work in the industry, work with some of these artists. That's how we're doing it. Live and direct. But yeah, the men have thousands of listeners. It's because they're getting promoted more. They're probably getting promoted more on the front pages of a lot of these pages, right? And the ladies, they're not really getting that much love, as you can see it. The highest is 6,000 listeners, and that's Julie Black. Yep. Highest is 6,000 listeners, compared to number 1 is 78,000 listeners. I don't know if that's real, but like I said, Rap Cap, they mention it. They say they're real. That's what's going on. Now, before some of my special guests come through, if they do come through, I'm going to make a list. I already have a list. Toronto top pages. Toronto top urban music pages. Top 10, if I could do a top 10, right? Toronto rappers, torontorappers.com, top urban music page for hip-hop everything, torontorappers.com. Then there's Hip Hop Canada. Hip Hop Canada, great platform, putting in work, right? Toronto Top 6, another one, right? Let me say Toronto Rappers, Rap Stars. they're helping the culture promote artists. 4, right? 6 buzz, they're there, can't deny them. That's 5. 5 pages I mentioned so far. Keep 6 solid. Just give them the 6. It's number 6, right? Number 7 now. Who shall I put out there in the universe? Number 7. Number 7. It's really, really hard to give these numbers to Toronto next up. Number 7. Toronto next up. They're putting in work. There's a lot of pages up there, but I have 7. 3 more. That's a hard one. 3 more pages. I mentioned 7 of them. Trying to think. Not too much. I stopped at 7 and there's 3 more to go. Probably give you that later on. 7 so far I mentioned. But TorontoRappers.com, the top page for urban music, hip hop, or whatever. Toronto Rappers. But I mentioned 7. I'm trying to think of 3 more. Can't really think of 3 more, but I know there's 3 more out there for the artists. I'm going to send this out to some more people. See what's going on. But a lot of great artists still on the Toronto or Rap Cap Toronto's, list, their research. And Julie Black is number 1. You must wonder why you don't see her really promoted on all these pages. Because she's an older artist, or her looks are not, or how she look doesn't fit their whatever programming or demographic. But she's number 1. And we're not really hearing nothing about her or seeing her all over all these urban music pages. Yep. What you saying, people? It's about that time. Tuning in. Bless up to Young Blitz for the Down to Earth interview yesterday. Great interview. Subscribe, follow him, support his movements, his art, all his music. Young Blitz, great artist, real one right now. Just waiting right now for a special guest, surprise guest. Now, for the gentleman, because I've been talking mostly about the female, Houdini's number 1. Bless up. Still going up. Burning Bands, number 2. So really, now, rest in power to Houdini. But who's alive right now would be Burning Bands, would really be the number 1. Northside Benji would really be the number 2. Number 3 would really be 88 Glam. Number 4 would really be 3M French. You get what I mean? And number 5 would really be Pengs. Right? Number 6 would really be YG. And number 7 would really be Doovie. And number 8 would really be Roni. And number 9 would really be Casper if we took out Houdini. Right? But as it stands for streams in Toronto, it is Houdini. Bless up, King. Rest in power. Yep. So, they made a list of 25. I just stopped it at 10. That's where I stopped this list, at 10. But these are the top artists in Toronto, what I've mentioned on these lists. The top streaming artists in Toronto. So, what's your opinion on this? Where do you feel yourself should be as an artist right now, if you're into the hip-hop or the urban music scene? Because a lot of artists I've seen, they're not even on this list. They're not even going to make this list. They're not even going to touch this list. And then they put a lot of people who are actually known they're very low. I shouldn't say they put it, but that's what they claim the streams are. Mishi Me is 391 listeners. Mishi Me, 391 listeners for streams. Lola Buns, 120. right? Melanie Durant, 146, and Goldie London, 244. So does these numbers mean anything? Do they mean anything really? You gotta ask yourself. It's gonna be interesting to hear the feedback from this. Do they mean anything? Well, for your pocket, if you're an artist, I guess it does. But what does a list mean to you? Yeah. The list you can't trust. It could go up and down. It could go up and down. It's how you invest in yourselves. It's how you invest in yourselves. It's how you invest. Right now, I'm seeing people who've been around for a long time with a name, low numbers, people who just came in the game, they got high numbers. But I guess it depends on who's attracted to your art, right? And how you network. That's how you got to do it. Sending this out to the universe. Yeah, we live and direct. This is the Down to Earth News. I already made a list. I already told you my list for the top pages. I put 7. I'm trying to do 10. I put 7. I'm trying to really do 10. 3 more left. I don't know. But Toronto rappers for sure is the top one for me. Toronto rappers. Toronto top 6. Yep. One of the top ones for me. Yep. Promoting music in a good fashion, good quality, no bias. They're just doing business and putting out the works of these great artists out there in the universe. Yup. That's how we're doing it. Live and direct. Early news. Down to earth news. Let me send this out once again. Like to hear the opinions of others. Because when you hear the opinions of others, especially artists, you get more of a clearer picture of things. Yes. What are you saying, people out there in the universe? Remember to subscribe to our channels, right? And if you want an interview, you could DM me and book an interview for next month. We got plenty of things coming up. We're going to have some live interviews in the flesh as the weather gets better. You're going to see a lot of different things. Bless up to all the sponsors that support the Down to Earth podcast, D2E. And we got other podcast platforms in development. And if you're serious artists and you want to interview, just DM us. Don't be scared. Trust me. We're here. Yep. It's early morning, I know. So these lists is what Rap Cap Toronto, they master. They pride themselves in being accurate, right? Seeing through all the fake streams, being authentic, they know all of that. Let's see what's going on here. We live and direct, D2E. I got some music myself coming out in the spring, April 22nd. That Myri Jane album. Yep. On my Earth Strong. You'll be getting that. See what's going on here. What do you think about the Toronto music scene? Is it going anywhere right now, or is it just staying stagnant in the same place? Do you feel that we need more unity, or do you feel like a lot of these artists need to start to network other places, but besides Toronto, get out of the city, go other places in Canada if they can, and go other places in America if they can, or all around the world? I know there's a lot of things going on in the world right now with all the war talk and stuff. And people are probably going to be scared to travel right now. But as an artist, if you're from here, you need to start making moves because it's just getting boring right now. It's good to see artists start doing more collaborations, features, and all types of stuff. Yep, April 22nd, the Earth Strong. So this list, Rap Cap, look it up, follow them, and when you want to see who's hot from Toronto, they got it on their page. Support them, trust me. Yeah, just blazing up a little bit. When you support people, hopefully you get support back. Let's send this out one more time. We're going to talk about some things today. Send that out. We're in the studio right now, live and direct. Early morning vibes, bless up, easy, factor. Yeah, man, talking about the list. A lot of people do music in the city. A lot of people do say they do music in the city, or they do hip hop in the city. What type of promotion and work are you putting into your craft to get to the other level? Because like I was talking to the brother last night, nothing is free. When you want to get to another level, you got to pay for your promo, right? You have to pay for your promo unless you just want to stay on a certain level. Yeah, you got to get to those promotional services, get your interviews in so that you have a resume instead of thinking that everything's going to come to you. Everything's not going to come to you. I've seen a lot of artists have big heads, big egos, thinking that the music is everything to the world and that's it. You got to pay for promo. Bless up, Pop Kris. Let me send this out. Send this out to you. Bless up. A realist, a great producer out there in the universe, dealt with many artists. I already told you people about the list. What are you saying, brother? What are you saying?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
Yeah, man. Earlier I was just talking about these lists. Rap Cap Toronto has put. They claim that they go by all the authentic algorithms and not the line streams and everything. So the list, if I was to tell you the list, it's interesting because you're a producer, right? If you agree with this list, I'm gonna tell you the list now. Okay, number one, no, she's a legend though, but Julie Black. Number two, Paris Richards. Number three, Tara Lord. Number four, Javier Almighty. Number five, Duchess. Number six, Leela Day. Number seven, Tia Banks. Number eight, Leah, number 8, number 9, Keisha Fresh, and number 10, DVBIM. So I only done up to number 10 for the ladies. And
okay.
You get what I mean?
I get you.
So
all right, so hold on a second. Wait. Wait. So Chromas didn't make your list at all?
No, this is not my list. This is Rap Cap Toronto, where everybody.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you.
They're saying they go by authentic stream. They do all the research and they know Toronto listeners what they listen to, and that's the list. And you know, okay,
Chromas didn't make that list at all.
Yeah, she did. You know what she is? 11. She's like 11.
Oh, okay. I was about to say you gotta put her on the list. I mean,
but the numbers are low for all the ladies compared to the men. Low.
Right. Yeah.
I could tell you the numbers if you want to hear some of the numbers. It'll be interesting.
What are the numbers, man? That's almost sad though, man. Shout out to the females. The females need some love, man. We gotta show the females some more love out here, man. For real, man.
Okay, the top lady, Julie Black, 6,891.
And that's Julie Black. Like Julie Black been doing this since like donkey years, bro. Like you expect that, you know what I'm saying?
And Paris Pierce Richards is 5,467.
Wow.
And then Tara Lord, third, she's rised up 4,167, right? Then
But
okay, go on.
wow.
Go on. I wanted to make you hear some numbers. I'm going to make you hear some numbers. Have you Almighty, 3,386.
Wow.
Duchess, she just came out around 3,244. And Leela Day, I don't know if you heard of Leela Day, like DE, 1,116. And Tia Banks, 1,346. Leah, 1,315. Keisha Fresh, 1,017. And DVBIM, I never heard of her, 982. But the ladies are all low compared to the. You want me to tell you one of the brothers' numbers?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, Houdini, rest in peace. Of course, his numbers are gonna be high, right?
Right.
His is 78,466.
Wow.
78,000. Okay, now all the other brothers. Burna Bands, 78,163. Northside
Wow.
Benji, 66,510. 88 Glam, 46,610. 3M French, 43,610. Pengs, 41,836. YG,
Wow.
40,267. Doovie, 36,551. Roni, 36,523. And Casper TNG, 35,403. So you see the men, the difference with the men, how high the men are.
Right. Now these numbers again are streaming numbers or
streaming numbers from Toronto, coming from Toronto.
Wow. And Julie Black got how much again?
6,891.
Julie Black? Wow.
But they're not counting radio. See, this is the trick, because music.
Right.
I know music. So even though I noticed the ladies who's been around for a while, they're low, but that don't mean anything for radio. They're probably way higher. It's the other way around.
Yeah,
when it comes to radio.
Right. So, that kind of almost now shows you, okay, well, how is the industry set up? Like people don't really look at that to a certain degree, right? Like the industry from like the early 90s even, right? When, when Julie Black first bust, you know what I'm saying?
Around a long time.
Yep. Right, with the circle, with Chocolate and Cardi, and I mean, those is Toronto icons. But I think the problem was that like there was just, there was like it was just them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true.
So they had the circle, and quote unquote, if you wasn't part of the circle, you wasn't really
popping.
You wasn't really bubbling. Like you wasn't really popping, right? And then fast forward to let's say Drake drops a record that goes No New Friends.
Yeah.
It's almost the same. It's almost the same shit, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, like the industry. See, like again too, like people love. See, look, people love music out here. I know that for a fact. I just don't know if they really love hip hop like that.
They don't love hip hop. I don't think they love hip hop like that.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it really sucks to say, right? But I mean, like, people are still gonna wait for, Lil Durk to drop a record before, you know what I'm saying?
And you know what? You'd be surprised about the artists who are even lower, who you know, like Goldie London.
Yeah.
Listeners, you will never believe, 244.
Wow.
And after that, Melanie Durant, another legend, 146 listeners.
But see, the thing about it is that like these people, like a lot of these people that you're naming too, with the exception of, like, and honestly, this is the truth. Because this is the truth. This is what I see, right? And I don't know, but a lot of the people that you're naming, like, they don't even drop consistently, right? So it's like Melody Durant. Oh shit! I mean, like I ain't heard Melody Durant drop nothing, in the streets. But then what are the streets listening to? See,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
there's no industry here. So like people look, the radio station just changed, right?
yeah. Yep.
Right. So, but the radio station was never really playing like
Mm-hmm.
real hip hop Canadian Toronto street shit. Like it wasn't like we don't have that Hot 97
Yeah,
type of vibe. Like they just did a freestyle with Mishi Me. Mishi Me killed it.
yeah,
But I'm like, yo, they could have did the format. They could have, you know what I'm saying? It sounded like a regular old high school stairwell cipher.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like where the horns, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like where's the promos? Where's the,
yeah, yeah. You're
where's all that? You know what I mean? But, you know, I mean, this goes back, like people don't really understand that like the media is still heavily controlled out here, by by the powers that be. So, like your streams aren't really gonna get there. I mean, your streams are gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? That's just building again, like your network and your following. You
mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Like the new artists coming up, they're doing their like promotions and
Yeah.
everything. But at the end of the day, they're not really, they're not really dropping. Nobody out here is really dropping
That's
like
true.
that,
That's true. Mission
And
B
then when
16. She's 16 on the list.
right, see, I mean, whew, you know what I mean. But now, but then look how far like we going to the generals.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you drop this same top 10 list in the States,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? We would be here for days. You know
It's
what I'm
true.
saying? And we still wouldn't even be close to like the 100th person. The number one person here is not gonna be even close to like the 1,000th person that's doing
Yeah,
it.
it's true. It's true. Because when they done the global thing, a lot of the artists what we think are popping here wasn't on that list. When you say global Canadian artists,
Right,
they weren't even
right,
on the list. So all these ones what you see
right.
on all these pages promoted. So at least they're being honest because I seen at least 3 to 4 artists I never heard of. It's because Toronto pages are not promoting these Canadian artists.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I mean the pages, the radio stations, at the end of the day, I think the marketing scheme for it is all wrong. You know what I'm saying? And because too, like, first of all, like there's not like the population of people here
Yeah,
versus the population of people in California,
true.
right?
Facts.
Now, if you think like, okay, let's say 2% of people are like record buyers. Okay.
Hmm.
Now, honestly, niggas don't be streaming and buying shit. So who buys it? The women do,
You're right.
right?
You're right.
So why do men have more? You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Technically, there's more women out in Toronto than there are men.
Yes.
Right? You can just look at it from a realistic standpoint, common sense,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So again, everything is just simple, right? So if 2% of the people that buy music, bro,
Hmm.
right, might buy your shit. They might. You know what I'm saying? Like, see what Yeezy just did?
Yeah.
Anybody watching this, don't ever think you could do that.
Yeah.
It's never, ever, ever in your life. If you watching what Yeezy just did,
Yeah.
think, yeah, I'm gonna do that too. Yo, you better have his following. You know what I'm saying? He's in the media, like he's doing a lot of different shit right now to get his music out there, right?
Because the streaming platform, he realizes you're not making no money as much from it. So I always said that when you're coming out with a project, even as an artist, you got to be different. Meaning, like you have to be more creative in standing out, and that's what Weezy thought of. Because the CDs are gone, Physical copies are gone. So you have to figure out a way of selling. Something has to be physical. I'm going to give that little gem out there. No matter what it is you're promoting with your music,
Yeah,
has to
I
have
need to be
something.
able to touch it, feel it, hold it, grab it, tangible.
And that he charges 200. And guess what? People saying, what? That's
Yo, Kanye at least knows 100,000 people that don't have a problem with $200.
yes, yes.
Right
And
now, Kanye's network of people, right, that would spend $200. Like, remember, this thing's got fans, right? Right? So people will spend money on Kanye, right?
yeah, on Kanye.
But like now watch, right? Play it to now the Toronto rapper. Your own friends won't spend $2 on you. They won't give you a toonie.
Yeah, it's true.
You see what I'm saying? Yo, watch. I'm gonna kick free game for everybody who's here right now. This is real shit, right? So, like a lot of people ask me, yo, Chris, yo, how do you do this? How do you do this? How do you do this? How do you, buzz it up, right? This is how you do it, yo. Right? For right now, if you know 10 people, right? 10 people.
Yeah.
Right? You got your record on Spotify or whatever, right? You got to tell them 10 people to stream that playlist 24/7.
Yeah, it's true.
You'll come back with the bag.
It's true.
It's that simple. It's that simple. Just make sure there are 10 different IP addresses, right? And I'm not saying if you get more than 10, get more than 10. Okay? But 10, 10 motherfuckers, right? Get them to stream. I don't give a fuck if you have to go buy them a shitty laptop. Okay? This is what niggas in the hood be doing and shit like that.
Yeah, right. That's why these guys are getting high.
Y'all putting y'all onto some old game right now. Like, if y'all don't even know this game, y'all niggas crazy. Right? So get 10 motherfuckers and literally stream your shit 24/7. Right? Yo, I had some dudes that I worked with do this.
Yeah.
They came back with the bag.
It's true, because you have to wonder now why some of these artists have high streams, because they're people, just say their crew or whatever, right?
Yeah.
They all have phones, and if it's 20 of them in the crew, 30 of them, they're all doing it, like what you just said.
But that's what you're supposed to do.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
Because you're not making money because listen, if your shit is getting streamed once every hour, right, by a million motherfuckers, you're gonna make a bag.
Yeah, it's true.
Right?
Facts. People do the numbers. Do the numbers.
Yeah.
Do the numbers, man. It's the same thing when I'm saying like music has gotten cheap. So it's like if you're selling, you got to sell more for less now. So just say you have 10 songs, right? An album, and you're on Bandcamp. You can't sell the album for $10. You got to sell it for like $3 or $5, half the price. So it's the illusion that it's more cheap, but you get more people.
I'll tell you that. That's the next thing.
But you got
look. The reason, not to cut you off, but okay, let's break it down, bro. Again, I'm the break it down motherfucker, right? Yeah. So let's break it down. Why these niggas selling their shit for cheap?
No, they're not selling it for cheap. They're not selling it for cheap. I'm saying they're selling it expensive, and they ain't making nothing from the music. So by doing it like what we're seeing with this whole streaming shit, because streams, it takes so long to make money from these streams, right? With this NFT stuff, my research is when you sell it for cheap, right? And if you but you got to put money into your promo. You got to put a lot of money into your promo. If you could get 500,000 people to buy your album for $5, you're better off that than selling it for $20 or $15 your album, and only like 100 people buy that shit.
Well, at the end of the day, right? And it's funny because like the reality is, like, to analyze what's happening right now in the music game is highly, like, it's almost impossible right now. Yeah. Because the game is shifting, right? So like even me, I'm not really in no hurry to put out nothing. I ain't putting out shit right now because I'm kind of like sitting back watching how the game is metamorphosed. Yeah. It's evolving. It's changing. It's changing into something completely different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, kind of just, riding that wave. And I think, again, with records like Donda 2, then the way Kanye just did it on that platform, on his own platform, but, is definitely where the game is going, right? Where at the end of the day, right, like it comes down, like it always, like if you really want to know the answers, you just got to go back. You always got to go back to like history and the history of shit, right? So, like, we're talking about the music game. We're talking about a game that came up where, you made a record, right?
Mm-hmm.
Made an album. You have that physical record. Remember vinyl?
Yep,
for all the old heads in here, vinyl and shit like that.
Vinyl, yeah.
Right? Yeah, you may cut the 45 even. You know what I'm saying? You're going to cut the 45 first, right? You're going to press up, I don't know, 500,000 copies maybe, right?
Yeah.
Get on the street, promote your record, try to get to the radio stations, play my shit, try to get to the DJs, play my shit, listen to what I'm saying, DJs, play my shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that again, DJs
play my
shit.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Right? I'm going to show you how the game changed, right? So we went from that to, obviously vinyl and, getting, phased out with CDs, right?
Yep. The CDs.
Right? But in all of that, right? Now remember, things change, but things really stay the same. Okay? So in order for you to get those records out, what do you need? You need, marketing, advertising, money. Money, right? But you need to fund every single division. So that marketing department, that advertising department, that speaking as an independent artist, listen to this formula because this is what you need to do, right? Yeah. You are the record label, so you have to fund every single division of your record label, independent artist, right? Yeah. So you have your advertising budget, your marketing budget, right? So again, CDs came in, Bob did this thing. But, again, with to get that out to the consumer, you needed a distributor, right? Now we have things like DistroKid, TuneCore, XYZ, and the third. They're distributors. That's all they do. Pay them a break. Distribute my shit. Now they lazy. Not really lazy, but that whole idea of, internet and streaming has, it's a gift and a curse. Yes, I can reach more people from the confinements of my house.
Yes.
But, you know what I'm saying? Am I reaching out and touching somebody even? You know what I'm saying? Can they feel my presence? That, like, there was always an aura and mystique about the game back in the days. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I always say this is the weirdest change ever, right? You see when everything went into like high definition?
Yeah,
high definition
I remember that.
TV, high definition this, right? So what it did was it actually almost ruined the nostalgia of like certain things. So like even music, when things went digital, it took away the nostalgic and it became so crispy and so clean. So like, you know what I'm saying? That mystique of Hollywood, even, let's say when you're watching a TV show now and you're like, I don't even know if I'm watching a play and it's live, or, you know what I'm saying? There was no lust for it. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, alluding back into the point where, why is things so cheap and why is everything so cheap? Because everybody's doing the same shit, right? So now the game is so saturated because now everybody and their mama could be a record producer. Everybody and their mama could be a rapper. There's more people that there's more rappers
than producers.
More rappers than people actually really want jobs right now. Like, fucking crazy shit.
It's true. It's true.
Everybody, and it's crazy. Everybody's an artist. With the corona, is like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm gonna sit here, bake, knit a hat, and write some rhymes and shit. Like, I'm gonna learn about myself. And everybody, I ask motherfuckers to come in and broker me. I go, how long you been rapping? They like 5-6 months. I'm like, man, you the Corona rapper.
Oh, Corona rapper. Yeah. I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, you the quarantine rapper. You the one that found himself during quarantine and just realized you picked up the skill because you ain't got shit else to do.
Yeah, it's true. It's
All
true.
right, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? But back to the game, though, as I said, like, we don't really have, like, Toronto in its whole is crazy because we don't really have that history. We don't have that, you know, like the pedigree starts like Maestro. maybe one nigga before that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it goes right down the list to now where now we're seeing, you know, this little influx of, you know, oh, different pockets of dudes
Artists.
doing really dope things now, right?
Yeah.
And if you want to mirror it, like, you know, when music was really dope in the early 90s in New York, you know, you had Def Jam, you had the Rockefeller, you had the Bad Boys, so everybody had their own, you know what I'm saying? But what they have that what we don't have, or what we do have, is still like that multinational record label back.
Yeah, we never had that. Never had that.
Right? So Universal Canada is not really, you know, they're not really looking at niggas in the Vern or niggas in Etobicoke or, you know, even niggas in Brampton talking about, yeah, yo, you the next motherfucker, yo, we gonna sign you, like, where's the A&R?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, half of these A&Rs who's been A&Rs for the last, like, 20 years should have been fired, like, years ago. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Like, what the fuck are you doing in there, dude? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got more talent coming out the studio that I worked out of than y'all niggas is fucking around on a Rolodex. Like, you know what I mean?
I want to ask you now about, like, I noticed, like, people, there's no filter. They like to hide from it, man, and be too nice to all these artists. But I can tell you, like me, no filter.
Zero fuck.
Okay, check this now.
Zero fuck.
I noticed the big influx of this auto-tune. A lot of them don't know how to use it. Like, straight up. It sounds terrible, man. Someone has to say it. Only a few sound all right. The technology, it's like you're driving a car. Anybody could go in a car and turn it on, but don't mean you know to drive.
Yeah.
Don't mean you know to drive, right?
Yeah.
So that now, when it first came out,
you're
all right.
in trouble, bro.
Listen, I don't give a shit. Listen, I don't care.
You don't got me in trouble, yo. You gonna have these niggas looking at me a certain way right now.
I don't care. And it's not like it's not like I'm just making it up. You see, we got our own studio. We know the technology and all that shit. You could use the technology, but know how to use it and limit yourself. Every track, what's coming out, it's the same. Like, I'm waiting to hear without it. Remember, hip hop people. Hip hop, listen to the legends, right? Okay, you say you're old head. No. There's ways how to use the shit. There's ways how to use it, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. You're a producer, man. There's people who have used it good. Like, they're trying to be like, what's his name? Future. Future has a producer with him called Zaytoven, right? Yeah. So he knows how to use it. And then certain other people, even in the industry, don't even know how to use it, some of them, because they're trying to follow so much.
Yeah, all right, yo, real quick, okay? Boom, I'm gonna kick free game again. This is free game Sunday, okay? We'll kick some free game, okay? When we tell you how to use the auto-tune properly, for all y'all niggas that are in here rapping, doing it, right? I'm gonna tell you how to use the auto-tune properly. So the way auto-tune works is it bends to a note, right? So let's say the note is da, right? That note, first of all, right? Now, I'm not a singer, first of all, so imagine. So when I sing it, right, it'll go, like the computer will read da, right? And it won't be in line. So I always say the first, right? So, because again, it's tuning to the note and tuning to the pitch.
Yes.
First of all, no filter. Look, you're a fucking singer, okay? You're a singer.
Yeah.
You're singing a melody. So if you're not singing in the key of the music, that's why you tune the auto tune to the key of the song, right?
Yeah.
You have to be in the key of the instrumental.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have to know how to sing in key, right? It means that you gotta learn a whole of notes. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
And where artists make mistakes with the auto tune is that like they'll fall onto a note or they'll rise onto a note. So let's say they want to hit la, but they'll go
Yeah.
la, or
Yeah.
they'll la. So they either rise onto it or
Yeah.
they'll come down
Yeah. I
on it,
see what I
right? So
mean.
they'll
Yeah.
fall, right? But what happens is the computer, the auto tune picks up every single note that you raising on to the note that
Mm.
you want to hit.
Yeah.
So, and that's when it starts to correct itself, and that's where you hear the glitch or the
Yeah. I
auto
see.
tune working,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now again, it's a sound. It's a sound. It's a sound. It's a sound.
But that sound is what is
It's it it
dominant.
is what it is. Now, what happens when? Because it's like things. See, the funny, scariest shit is like I can say some shit like sounds don't last forever, and this could be a trendy. I honestly, really, really believe like future music is gonna be all like auto tuned,
It's now.
computed
That's what.
out. Yeah,
That's what's going
which
on
is
now.
it's like we're here now. It's like we're here now. Like, because bro, it's so rare to find like a quality vocalist,
Or bars, or if it's so rare to
or
hear. When you see a
like
man spit,
rare.
when you see
What
a
I
man
mean
spin, it's
rare,
rare.
when I mean rare,
Yeah.
it's like they're like it's few and far between. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not.
No.
I'm talking about the shit that like like it's like oh shit, what's her name? That's Alicia Keys. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Oh.
saying? Like that type of rare. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
oh that's Biggie. Oh that type of rare. Like
Yeah.
oh oh shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? First of all, a lot of motherfuckers are not making what I call like they're not making oh shit music.
Yeah. It's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like what was the last record really that you really heard that made you go, oh shit, yo, this shit
And it's not.
dope.
I could tell you, it's not from here, but it was. I would say Conway, because I heard of the Griselda, and I like how they're not following like all the
No, they
the trend.
cool.
But
They cool.
it was Conway's one of his last albums for hip hop. I was saying, yeah, like how he wrote it, or like and the production for hip hop. If you're looking for hip hop,
Yeah.
I'd say him. That's the last.
They cool. Nah, look, I mean, like, see, the thing about it is too, like, this is what's real, right? That music always evolves, right? So, I mean, like, the auto tune, because again, too, I remember, like, when, like T Pain made it dope,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then, like, Yeezy kind of, Yeezy dropped, Heartbreaks over 808s, and that shit went kind of stupid,
Yeah.
right? And and I remember, Jay-Z trying to kill it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all remember, Death
Yeah. Yeah.
DOA.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I remember Jay-Z trying to kill it,
Yeah.
right? And then, obviously with, again too, like it's a good way, for motherfuckers who don't really sound good to sound good. Like
And
let's
it's
just call it
easy.
spade a spade,
And
right?
it's an easy way to do things too. If you want to
I
just do
mean,
something.
look, it's a cheat code. But it's a
Exactly.
sound though.
Yeah.
So sonically, okay, so let's say now like producer engineer now, like producer hat now, right?
Yeah.
Engineer hat different. But let's say producer hat now, and I'm like, yo, like that's the sound. Like we gotta that's the sound, right? So like shout outs, that's is real. You have to take that into consideration. So
Yeah.
like you can't just we can't just sit here
Hmm.
and just I can't slam it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like it's a sound and fuck man, it's what the people like. You know what I'm saying? Like the people's fucking with it.
It's true.
Now the thing about right, zero filter shit. The thing about like Toronto is that Toronto follows shit so much that like it just becomes so oversaturated out here.
Exactly.
Right? And remember, Toronto's not really that big, so and so it's like you're competing against motherfuckers you know that are doing the same thing like you, that just went to the same club as you last week, you know, went to the same restaurant, probably fucked the same bitch, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, right? So like, especially in this music game, like everybody who knows, it's like this big, like, you know, I go someplace and oh, Pop Chris, yo, I seen you here, that, you know what I'm saying? It's like shit, like it's real. So you gotta, you know, we gotta be a little bit more like I did a record probably a couple days ago, and it kind of just dawned on me, like, oh shit, you know, this could be a vibe. And it was this trap type of some different shit though. I don't know, I can't even explain it, but like I was thinking about, you know, how the fuck can we just get these niggas to be different? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, in a week, right? Let's say I'll do, modestly, let's say I'll do 60 to 80 records a week. Okay?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, a week, right?
Yeah.
So out of those 60, like 54 of them joints sounded exactly the same. So it's like, it's easy to mix, right? Like, it's easy to mix, and it's just fun shit, yo. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Shani Go said, let your talent speak for itself. But
yeah, man. Yo, I'm just reading another comment here. Like, Toronto don't give the underdogs credit. You damn right, yo. Like, it's crazy shit, because there's a lot of dudes out here with dope talent. Like, yo, it's insane, right? Now, the thing about it is now, okay, look, let's get back to the industry, right? We got one shitty ass radio. Nah, I'm not gonna say. Sorry, I ain't say that. We got one radio station out here, okay? Right. And one that just popped up yesterday.
Yeah.
Right? What is it? The new flow?
Yeah, the new flow.
New, how many news?
I don't know how much news. It always keep changing.
It's been new. It's been a new flow since 19 fucking 82, yo. What the, like, all right, cool. I get it. You know, keep the same brand, keep the same marketing, but don't keep the same bullshit ass format.
Get some new voices.
Bruh, I don't know about you, right? Because look, honestly, this is real shit. Like, I don't really listen to a lot of music because I'm all day long, right?
Yeah.
So let's say I'm driving in the whip and shit like that. You know, I may occasionally turn on the radio just to feel what the frequency is, right?
Yeah.
I can't even get like a good pulse of what the fuck is happening in this city right now by turning on to the radio, which I should.
Yeah.
Because let's say I'm not from here, right? And I'm turning on the radio, and all I'm listening to is throwback 90s mixes, and, you know what I'm saying, maybe a conscious reggae tune here or there.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting no bombs dropped on, you know what I'm saying? There's no exclusives dropping. Like, anybody out here dropping exclusive shit that I need to know about?
Okay, I'm going to get to you like that now. This is the politics. You might know the politics. It's the content. We have so much great artists, like you were saying, but you know the politics of radio. It's the content some may put out there where we see on the pages like it's everywhere, but these radio stations ain't putting that content on.
This is how these niggas look, right?
Yeah.
Right. And it's funny. This is how you look, right?
Yeah.
And this is how corporate Canada sees you.
Yes, exactly. So how are they so high on the streaming? They're high on the streaming. This is what I mean. This is where I'm getting to. You could be high. You could be high on the stream in social media, but on the radio is a different world. So a lot
Yeah.
of these people I mentioned on these lists, you might only hear one or two of them or three of them, especially on the men. I'm talking about the men. Like I'm gonna give you an example
Mhm.
now. Houdini, of course, now rest in power, right? But like Burner Bands, Northside Benji, 88 Glam. I heard 88 Glam recently on the radio,
Right.
right? 3M French and
Right.
Pains and YG Doovie, right? So
Mm-hmm.
these guys have content. Not saying they ain't good, but if they're not promoting a
No, it's dope.
commercial track, right? It's not being
Right.
on the radio. So
Well, yeah.
go on.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, but you know what though? Shout outs to the streets. That's why I gotta give big shout outs to the streets and say, yo, fuck the radio.
Fuck the
You
radio.
know what I'm saying?
But
At
that's your
the end
money.
of the day.
That's your money. That's part of your
But
money.
see now, but listen, it's a double-edged sword, right? Because you gotta remember something, right? And you can't forget this, okay? That's why you gotta shout out the streets.
Yeah.
Because don't ever forget who is in control. So, okay, right now, there's a program director that dictates, the content, but the reality is we do. The consumer,
Yeah.
like the radio only is going to play what, again, it's pop, it's called pop music for a reason. Hip hop is now pop music, popular music. Motherfuckers are only going to play the popular shit, right? So at the end of the day, who dictates that? The streets do. The consumer does. So it always still falls back into the hands of, the streets and what we're doing as, as collectives to really make sure that, the music gets heard and the music gets heard the right way. Like, I don't give a fuck who drops shit on. Let's be real, yo. You can drop whatever the fuck you want to drop on Spotify and iTunes and nobody cares.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Don't give a fuck.
Like, real, like you sitting there, yo, nigga, I'm about to drop my shit or my shit. Like nobody cares. Like nobody gives zero fucks. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because I don't know. You're not really making them give a fuck. Maybe, or honestly, it's just like this. It's like it's like how many of the same stones am I gonna throw in a barrel? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
that's why you gotta be creative as an artist. Like even in these days, social media, when they have TikTok and all this shit, you gotta do other things to get out there.
You better know how to knock a motherfucker the fuck out of some shit. You know what I'm saying? You see, about to take a page out of my playbook and just be like, oh wait, we about to do what? Oh yeah, we got an announcement coming real soon.
That's coming
Y'all don't even know. But it's about to be wild the fuck out for all those who are here. Stay tuned. Oh, y'all about to be like Pop Kris bugging. But yo, watch, yo. But again, it's just, it's, out here it's crazy. Yeah, keep dropping music, but everybody right now is still trying to, everybody's still trying to beat down the front door.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, y'all keep, y'all keep lining up through the front. Like, I never went on to a party. I really never go to the front door, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? So, I mean, you can't, and then it's like, how do you expect to stand out? As no artist, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's like a lot of people, the question I hate getting asked the most in the studio, real shit. Yo, Pop Kris, are you fucking with this?
Yeah, I know. That's a big I can imagine that. That's funny, yo. I can imagine. I could do it. Like, you're like, are you fucking with this? And you're liking it. You got to be honest.
And I have to be honest because it's like, okay, real shit.
Yeah.
I have to be honest because I'm not, I like.
Yeah. It's your brand.
What I am is that I'm not that guy. I'm what I tell you something. I'm like, yo, I'm not your friend. Like, I'm your engineer. I'm your guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the dude that has to tell you, no, you fucking up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I've learned how to answer that question and slide out of that question. You know what I'm saying?
But it's true
Without
though. It's true. At least they know you. The more they get to know you after time,
right.
they know
Okay,
that.
look, man, look. For the people that are in here right now, breaking news, right? I fucking hate everything. I don't care. Like I don't give a fuck, right? Because again,
Yeah.
and I have to almost because that's what keeps me like that's what keeps the record sounding dope. Because
Yeah.
like I'm not really like attached to it. I don't really care. So all I'm thinking about in my head is how can I just make this shit sound dope? How
Yeah.
can I just make this shit sound dope?
Mm.
I'm not attached to it. I just want it to sound dope,
Yeah.
right? So, but you know, like I'll have dudes that have been rapping for 5 months be like, "Yo, you fucking with this?" And I'll be like, "Yeah." I mean, I'm fucking with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, yeah, nah. I have said nah. I've looked at people dead in their face and go, nah, I'm not fucking with this, but I fuck with it though. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it all the way up. But you here, hold
Yeah.
that. You.
But
Is that my playlist on the bump back home? Nah, I don't think so.
so how long do they take in the? Okay, I'm gonna ask you this question. When they're doing a track with you, how do they do it? Like in a fast fashion, or do they have patience and they come back and work with the track with you more?
Yo, honestly, to be completely honest with you, I honestly believe that like a lot of artists could put more attention to detail. Like that's real no cap shit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think I think I think that everybody's so thirsty to, kind of come out and drop and be like who this nigga dropped something, so I gotta drop something. And
Mm.
my op dropped something, so we gotta drop.
No,
You know,
because I
like
guarantee you would probably give that. You would have a little bit more respect for them. Like this is how I would do it, right?
well, I mean, look,
Well,
okay, look.
I'm going to tell you how I would do it. For example, just say I came over your studio and I've been going through the beats. I see, like, you tell me about some of the production, right? I might do
Mm,
like a dry run over it, like a freestyle over it, right? Maybe do a little notes, but I'm not going to rush doing it at the same time to come up
no,
with a quality. Maybe take a month. Me and you talk about this one track. That's how a lot of these industry. If you want to know about industry, look up some of
yeah.
these songs like Dre has done. It took a month or so before they
I
even
mean, a
release
lot of
that shit.
I mean, look, bro, like here's the thing, right? Like I've spent 6 months mixing down one record,
Yeah,
right? And I've spent fucking 60 minutes mixing down a record. Like, believe it or not, like, it is slightly, especially now, again, too, you have to know what the fuck you doing.
yeah,
Let
exactly.
me say that off rip. Anybody's really thinking that they can do this in
Yeah,
an hour or two, like,
mm-mm.
you better come fuck with me or niggas of my caliber, because at the
Mm.
end of the day, like, if you just fucking with the regular old bozo niggas,
Yeah,
you know, they not doing that shit, right?
mm.
But the attention to detail, because look, half of these niggas don't even write they shit down anymore.
Yeah. You're right.
You know what
You're
I'm
right.
saying? So
You're right.
like, I think the game too, like, now it's cool because I don't know, like it allows you to be spontaneous on one end, right?
Yeah,
But you're not prepared.
yeah, exactly.
So you may now like, because again, hip hop is not about what you say; it's about how you say it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really, I mean, nobody's, you're not reinventing the wheel. You're not saying anything different than 50 other million motherfuckers is saying. But how are you
how
saying
you
it?
say it? Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Oh, I never looked at it like that. Oh, mm, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
like when people can look at your music from that, and that's what makes Drake dope. Drake just got a perspective that when he raps, people go, I didn't look at it like
that's
that.
true. That's true. Exactly.
Legit, right?
Yeah,
So it's really like when when like the attention to detail. Now, look, I always say this, right? Now, again, I may be a hypocrite in what I'm saying. Like I may be back and forth in what I'm saying, but I need it to make sense because it's everything. Everything is all subjective.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, listen, good music in a recording session, in a studio, and in a vibe, it doesn't take long to make.
Mm.
Right? Shitty music takes long to make.
Yeah.
Think about it. Good music, the new motherfucker in this singing and rapping,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we out here.
Yeah.
Shitty music is again, like I'm on the same line for like 30 minutes. Cause one line, 30 minutes. Yo, I've had niggas book me for 4 hours and not do one record, huh?
What?
Not get nothing done.
That's foolishness, man. I heard about
And then I've had motherfuckers that book me for 2 hours, right? And we do 6 records or 4 records.
Professional.
We're just locked in. You know what I'm saying? So so that's what I mean. It's subjective, right? And it really just comes down to: are you ready? Are you prepared? Can you go in there and do this with your eyes closed? Memorize, right? Like this game, this music. Like you have to practice.
Yeah,
like
you have to practice.
Practice again and practice again.
Yeah.
Practice again, and when you thought you were tired, get the fuck up and do that shit 2 more times. Like,
it's true.
You know what I'm saying? We out here, right?
Yo,
so
man.
There's no secret to it. It's just you just gotta fucking not be so thirsty to blow up because then you'll make mistakes. Like the dope shit about new artists, if people don't know you, it's dope because you can still make a first impression. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, you ain't fuck that up. So, at the end of the day, when what I'm telling the artist sometimes, you may want to slow down. You may want to think of this from a different angle. Yeah. You may want to think chess and not checkers. This is the art of war. This is not fucking Sesame Street. You're dealing with some big, hefty motherfuckers that are put together. Like, you know what I'm saying? So think about the game that you're sliding into. Think about the landscape. Think about at the end of the day, your brand and how that brand needs to be represented. Because that's the first thing. Like, niggas be putting out shit. And yo, nigga, they not even like registered art. They got no SoCan. They ain't got. I'm like, what the fuck are you niggas?
I said that before. I mentioned that before, and
half these bozos, I want to register and just set up under a publishing production company and fucking like, I'm like, if you don't want the money, I'll eat it. Like,
you know what? I remember I put out a post, and this guy who claims he does music or is in the industry, he says, SoCan is a fraud. I said, tell me any artist who's from Canada, like all the legends who's not registered under SoCan. Because SoCan's like our ASCAP and our BMI.
0, none.
So how is SoCan a scam? I don't understand what.
I don't know. I'll tell you like this. My last statement that just came in about 2 weeks ago, you know what I'm saying? For all the SoCan heads, we just got our statement. So I don't know, bruh.
Even me, myself, I'm a SoCan.
The big dogs, yo. You're not seeing fucking Celine Dion and these motherfuckers. Like, this is our ASCAP. This is our publishing. Yes. Like, this is what the game is. Like,
I don't know what business he was dealing with, but
I don't know. He's in the distro kid market. He'll get peeled off on the percentage from your distributor now. Yeah. Right? But keep in mind, that's just taking another percentage of your publishing.
Yeah.
Again, like people don't understand. Like, listen, you can only a record is a record. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can find a record in. All right, watch. I got a record. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a record. That's a CD, right?
Yeah.
That's a record. This is how the record game works, bro. You split that right down the middle. Half goes to the writer,
Yeah.
half goes to the composer and the arranger of the music.
Yeah.
Right? Or the producer, whatever,
Yeah.
right? Now you split it this way. So now you have quarters, right? We get paid, people at SoCan, we get paid in quarters. In the music game,
more
we
money.
get paid quarterly. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So now, again, this half goes to the writer, this half goes to the producer, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But now, if we divide it in the bottom, right? So this is all publishing.
Yes.
That means that 25 points, so half of 1/4, now goes to, the writer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then half, or the 25 next points, right, goes to the producer, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Now, here's where niggas are broke, right? You have fucking 3 niggas on the record. Matter of fact, you come into my studio with 50 motherfuckers, right?
Yeah.
And niggas is going line for line.
Line for line. Holy shit. So
I've seen some real stupid shit, right? Because all I'm thinking is, how the fuck are they divvying up the publishing? Because they still have to split it into a third.
They don't think about that. See, I knew about the song.
I'll be dying, boy. I'll be sitting at my desk, like literally, like, oh, these niggas don't even know. Like, I mean, thank God they just having fun, just chilling. Like,
no, a lot of them are not educated about SoCan. Like
no.
that. And certain people, you know what? I can't blame them, because there's some of the old heads who are benefiting off of them not knowing. They could tell them. Like some people who have the reach to educate the youth for artists out there. They won't tell them this because it doesn't it benefits them more. Right?
Real nigga shit. More free game, right? Here's more free game for you, right? This is free game fucking Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, I bullshit you not, right? They actually don't make it easy for you to, like, join SoCan.
Well, I'm lucky. I'm in.
No, I know. But, like, no. Like, now think about it, right? You, like, when you first were signing up, right, you kind of hit a wall.
Yeah.
Right? You kind of everybody hits like this. I don't know what the fuck to do. Like, I just got to a point and like, I don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, here's basically what people don't really realize, that, and this is why I used to wait so long before, back in the day, but now, like, so they'll make you sign, like, they'll make you sign a document.
Yeah.
At the end of everything, right? You actually have to print that doc. So you actually have to go to Staples, print that document out, physically sign it, picture that motherfucker, or mail it in or whatever. But just take a picture of that and send that in the email, right?
Yeah.
Now, here's what they don't tell you to do. Here's what Pop Kris tells you to do. As soon as you do that, right, you call them and you say, "Yo, I just need help, just pushing my application along, blah 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 blah." And they'll walk you the rest of the way.
Yeah.
And you do it with somebody on the phone. So, like, don't do it yourself. Oh, and for all my Canadian heads and out here watching shit like that, if you're signing up with SoCan, select a BMI, because they actually pay out more. Free game.
See, and you know what we just
free game. Our American affiliate BMI, select BMI.
And you know what? The thing about it, a lot of these artists out now, they don't know about SoCan. They're just getting educated right now.
Yeah.
Through this.
Fuck it.
But yo, much respect for coming through, man. Much bless up, Pop Kris. Yo,
yeah, man. I gotta go. You know what it is, man. It is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? We gotta chop it up on some things. You know, I gotta go hit the gym in a few. So
yeah, man. Link me whenever, man. We're gonna chop it up again. Once again, down to earth. Bless up, Pop Kris Productions. Check him out.
In the building.
Really.
Gang.
Down to earth.
Right.